Aloha and welcome to ICS 100. My name is John Johnson and I'm going to be the lecturer for this class. If you have any questions at any time, please feel free to reach out to me in email at jsj3@hawaii.edu and I'd be happy to respond to you or even set up a one-on-one Zoom session where I can assist you. So without further ado, I'd like to share my screen here and talk to you about the structure for the class. So let me share my screen here. And I want to tell you that the most important section of our class here is going to be under syllabus. So if you go down here and you click on syllabus, you're going to find the syllabus, the calendar events, and the information on the MyLab IT. So the first thing I want you to do is open up the syllabus. So when you click on here and you go to, well, we're downloading the document here. I was hoping we could just view it, but it's downloading it. So if we were to open that up, hold on just a second, and I will share that screen with you once it opens up. But this will give you the syllabus and it'll give you an idea of what we're going to be doing throughout the semester, and it'll also let you know when things are due. So it's a good cadence for everything. So let me go ahead and stop sharing this screen, and I will go ahead and share my other screen here that has the summer schedule. So here is the summer schedule, and you can get the idea for everything. My office is Kopiko 224. I'm not in there that often. The best way to get in touch with me is through the office hours. Well, yeah, it's the best way to get in touch with me is just to send me an email right here at jsj3@hawaii.edu, and we can set up a Zoom appointment, or I can answer your questions in email. The Zoom room that I use is 523-867-5309. And down here, you get into the details of the course, tells you what it's about, the student learning outcomes, and you can scroll down and see that the required materials is the MyLab IT, which we'll see a little bit more of in a minute. If you don't have a Windows-based computer, you can go to Kopiko 101 Lab, and they've got all the software that's required. So there's more information down here that you can go through at your leisure, but I am going to stop sharing this and pull up the next screen that I want to look at. And if I can pull that up real quick, it's the calendar of events. And the calendar of events is going to be here. And this really is what we want to be looking at. The calendar of events is very important because this is going to give you the cadence for the class. So the week beginning, it has our week 0, which is going on right now. You're going to be reviewing this and looking at the syllabus, the schedule, orientation. There's nothing to turn in. There's no points to be gained. But next week, we're going to be going into week 1, which is May 22nd through May 28th. And your assignments are going to be 2 chapters of reading. You're going to have chapter 1, which is computers and information processing. And you're going to have chapter 10, which is Microsoft Office features and Windows 10 file management. And along with this, along the way, you're going to have these exercises that count for points. You'll have the chapter 1 IT sim. You're going to have the end of chapter 1 quiz, self-introduction. Self-introduction is one where you're actually going to type something in and save it. And then we're going to have the end of chapter 10 quiz. That's kind of jumping the gun here. That really should be down here with the chapter 10 stuff, but you've got simulations and everything else, and that will complete chapter 1. So how do you go about doing that? That's a good question. So let's go back into Laulima, and we're going to be looking here at the register in My IT Lab. And when we open that up, we're going to click on here, and it's going to bring us to our course. And we need to clear our cache and cookies, which is not what I want to do. So let me see if I can just go ahead and go directly to it through My IT Lab. And I will sign in here. And hopefully that will bring us to where I need to go. Hint is yes. So this is my username and super secret password. And when I sign in, it brings us to here. And one thing I wanted to impress upon you is Pearson's website is slow. I mean, slower than Christmas. It is so slow, you're going to think that something went wrong. Just hold on and wait. So when we go in here and we click on the ICS 100 Computing Literacy and Applications, it will bring us to another page. And you'll see it go click, 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 dot, 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 waiting, waiting, waiting. Is it Christmas time? Oh, there we go. And it finally comes up. So this is great. Down here, click on course materials. And again, go ahead, start making your coffee, stir in all the, the half and half and the Splenda that you need in it. And boom, finally, this will come up. This is your lab part. So this is, well, down here is your labs. Don't worry about student files. We're not going to be using this. But when we get into week 1, we've got 2 sections here. So I want you to click on the week 1 to start it out with. And you've got the different things here. You'll have like the chapter 1 IT sim. You'll have the chapter 1 end of quiz, and then there's the self-introduction. Self-introduction, I'll just show you that real quick. If you go into here, you're gonna need to click on expand. And when you look at that, it's going to say, aloha, please tell me and your classmates a little bit about yourself. Keep it short and not too revealing, please. Things like your home campus, major, and why you're taking ICS 101. Feel free to talk about your likes and dislikes and what motivates you. And I kind of wrote a little bit here about myself. So when you want to go ahead and do this, you can go down and post your response and go ahead and type in here what you like. So have fun with it. Include whatever details you like, and I will be grading that later. So that is the last part of the first section for week 1, but there's a second section. And if we can go back, as you can see, the navigation here is a little bit lacking, but this is the end of week 1. So we can go here, we can follow the breadcrumbs to get back to my course. And then we'll see the week 1, part 2. And when we go in here, we've got the chapter 10, the end of quiz. We've got the Windows 10 simulation exam and the different other things here. So you're probably wondering, okay, that's great. That's my labs, but where is my actual coursework? Well, when we're talking about you need to read chapter 1 and you need to read chapter 10, you click there and it brings up another window. So now I'm going to have to go once again, stop sharing and share the other screen that's about to pop up. And we will see this. It's still loading because, as I mentioned before, it's slower than Christmas. So it finally comes up after quite the delay. We can click on the table of contents to get the contents. But you'll see that we do a bit of jumping around. So we start with computers and information processing. And again, we wait, we drink our coffee, we look in here and it has our reading. And then you can go through this and learn. And as you go through it, you can go section to section, clicking here to get to the next page, waiting an inordinate amount of time. And finally it comes up. You read through, and this is how you go through from chapter to chapter. So remember, we have chapter 1 and chapter 10 for this week. So it's a little bit of bouncing around, but bear with us and everything will be fine. So again, patience is a virtue with this system. I have a very fast connection here. It's just that the server at Pearson always seems to be quite slow. Maybe they're just so popular it's under heavy load. So anyways, do take a look and do your reading and follow along with the assignments, and you should do just fine. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm always going to be not too far away. I try to respond within the day of. If you send it late, it may be the next day that I respond, but I will respond to you shortly, especially since this is a relatively short term. So I don't want to have you waiting too long. I want you to be able to get everything done at the pace that you're going to enjoy. So let me go back to our Laulima site real quick and hold on just a second. It bounces it around. I have to find it again. This is, perhaps this is it. Nope, that is not it, I don't believe. Gosh, this is embarrassing. I only have about 20 windows open right now. Let me see if I can get to it. I'll just go from course materials to the Laulima site, and hopefully that will help out. I do apologize here. It's taking a minute to find the actual page here, but oh, I think this is it. Is that it? It's hard for me to see what we're actually showing, so I don't know if I'm actually showing the right page. I do apologize. It's system's a little bit. Oh no, I think I'm looking at the wrong page here. Anyways, we're I'm going to try pulling up one last time and see if this works. It's not highlighting my screen that I'm on, so I do apologize here. But if you're in your syllabus, let me just pause and try to screen share again. Share screen. I'll just share my entire desktop. That may be the better thing to do here. So before I do that, let me close out a couple of things that make it all a little bit messy, and that should help. That's not really helping at all. So anyways, actually, this looks like it right here. Okay, okay, finally, it's giving the guides. I do apologize for the last couple minutes here. So we're back on the page that I wanted to show you. So the things to look for, the syllabus here is going to give you the overall outline of everything. Your calendar of events is really what you're going to be relying on, because that's going to tell you what you have due. And this really gives you the cadence for the entire course. It tells you what you need to be working on and what you need to be turning in. And there's another section in Laulima which is going to kind of parrot the same thing, and you don't need to worry about that so much. What I want to eventually do is in weekly lessons, there are lessons from when this was taught as a 15-week course, and it's by a different professor. And I just inherited this class a couple weeks ago, so I haven't replaced all of the material in here. I'm actually building this as we go. So I'm going to try to keep about a week ahead of you. So you'll be able to see it, but it will have content from Dale Nakasone in here for now. I will be teaching it slightly differently from the way he's teaching it. So don't rely on the weekly lessons right now. Don't worry about that. Just stick right now, go to the syllabus, and in the syllabus, follow the schedule, the calendar of events, and you'll be doing just fine. I will probably not do much in the weekly lessons. If I do videos like this, I will send out a notification through the announcement system here, and it'll have links to the website that I'm going to be using, or my YouTube playlist. I like to actually make a playlist more so than do weekly lessons like this. So keep an eye out for that, and I will go ahead and update the overview, and I'll have the link to the YouTube list in there as well. So the playlist for the class. So I'll put that in here. I'll go ahead and edit this and stick it in there. So bear with me on this. Give me a couple of days and I'll have that updated, and I'll go ahead and put this video into that YouTube list as well. So anyhow, I hope you have a wonderful class. Again, this is going to be kind of self-paced. I've got it all, well, not self-paced, I take that back. It's going to be paced in according to the calendar that we just saw. If you have any questions along the way, feel free to reach out. If you have any trouble getting into MyIT, into the course book or anything like that, just let me know and I'll be happy to work with you on that. Otherwise, have yourself a great week, and welcome to ICS 100. Enjoy.